Welcome to the official touchscreen pick'em video for Tezos, who's #1, going down March 25th in Frisco, Texas. By the time this is out, tickets are probably already sold out. You can still watch it on FloGrappling. First off, before we get going, let's do a little tribute to a hero of me and Reid's.
Absolutely.
Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, passed away the other day. I got my Scott Hall shirt on.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace to the bad guy.
Yep. Bad times don't last. Bad guys do. R.I.P. Scott Hall. What a legend, man. Always love watching that guy wrestle. Shawn Michaels, some legendary matches.
Ladder match, baby. I had that shirt on yesterday. But we got a crazy event coming up this week. I don't know which match is my favorite. First off, Gordon Ryan stepped in late notice to go against the Hillbilly Hammer Jacob Couch in the heavyweight.
Big development.
Yeah.
Quite a big development here. Of course, it was supposed to be Jacob Couch versus Nicky Ryan, but we have the reigning ADCC absolute champion stepping in for his brother and taking on the crowd favorite, the fan favorite, Hillbilly Hammer in the new main event here. This is absolutely insane.
And this is not an exhibition match like we did last time. This is Gordon Ryan coming back to running at 30 minutes to end the night. Gordon Ryan's first real match since he went away with his stomach problem. Gordon's getting back in ADCC mode.
Exactly. This is kind of starts, I feel like, his road to September ADCC. It all starts right here versus Jacob Couch. Who knows? We're still going to see if Jacob Couch makes his way to ADCC at ADCC Trials later next month. But first off, this main event, Gordon Ryan, Jacob Couch, couldn't have worked out any better. Nicky Ryan, we wish all the best for him and his knees and everything like that. So hopefully he gets better. But Gordon Ryan, Jacob Couch, let's go.
We're already on this one. You want to just start with this one and work our way to Marigolli?
Sure. Let's do it. Let's jump right in, I guess.
All right, so we're going to pick. I mean, obviously, Couch, huge underdog here, but he's got nothing to lose, right? It's like a Rocky Balboa situation for him. I mean, Couch, first off, props to Couch for going up taking a match.
Absolutely.
Taking a 30-minute match with Gordon Ryan, as I know, someone behind the scenes, a lot of people don't want to do. Jacob Couch doesn't give a fuck. Jacob Couch took this match on short notice. I gave him some options. He wanted the biggest man in the game when he had some options. This is the match that Couch wanted. And Gordon's back. I can't believe it.
Yeah, and Jacob's been here before. He's done this before. He's shocked the world before. He's come in kind of last minute and had to take on the phenom Roberto Jimenez, and he shocked everybody.
Broke his leg.
Exactly. Back then, now we know how good Hillbilly Hammer is, but back then nobody was picking him to upset Roberto, and he went out there and did it. He's obviously looking to strike lightning in a bottle twice now against the pound-for-pound best in the world in Gordon Ryan. Huge step up for Jacob Couch, but man, this guy's been surging lately. You know that Heath Pedigo and the Daisy Fresh team are going to have him ready for this type of match, so I love this matchup.
Nobody's better to play this Rocky Balboa type of role than this kid from Hazard, Kentucky. I mean, Couch loves the pressure. He loves being the underdog. He was just doing an interview, tearing up with me the other day, talking about waiting to be at the main event for who's #1.
Wow.
Now you got it.
Wow.
You stepped in. You took Gordon Ryan. Gordon Ryan comes in the middle of nowhere in the midnight last night and comes back. I mean, who are you going to go with winning this one, though?
Man, it's tough. It's tough. Of course, Jacob, is the underdog here. It's impossible, really, for me to pick against Gordon Ryan. I'm going to pick Gordon here, but I think this is going to be a fun match. I think Jacob has the leg locks, has the kind of leg entanglements to give Gordon at least a couple different looks and maybe try to get him in some deep water. It's going to be a 30-minute match as well. So I think that's probably going to favor Gordon in the end, but you can't count out Jacob Couch, man, but for sure, I'm going to go with Gordon Ryan to win, and we're going to see how he looks, though. It's like you said, we haven't seen him in a long time.
I think you got to go with Gordon, not only in this match, but against anybody in the world right now.
It's true.
I mean, he's the ADCC absolute champion. Couch is obviously a big underdog, but one thing I love about this match, it's going to be good, because Couch is going to go after him. Couch doesn't run away from guys. It's two submission hunters going after it. It's going to be a fun match. Props to Couch and Gordon for stepping in late notice to take it. But, man, I can't wait for this one. But, yeah, I got to go with Gordon.
Two fan favorites, man. It's so hard to kind of pick against both these guys because both these guys really embody what we all love about jiu-jitsu, and that's going out there, getting after it, trying to submit the other guy. We can know that, at least in this match, it's guaranteed fireworks, guaranteed submission.
If Couch wins this one, his life changes. Well, that's a lot of money coming if he beats Gordon Ryan, but we'll see.
Heck yeah. And so let's jump back to the original main event, the one that's got all the heat, the one that we've
title match.
Yeah, the title match, the one that we've been playing up this whole month. So I think, if Gio has a chance to beat Mikey, and we all know how technical and just how good Mikey is. He's going to be so prepared for this match. But I think if Gio has a chance to beat Mikey, it's in this rule set. It's on this big stage when all the lights are on them. There's been talk back and forth, of course. So, it's hard for me to pick one here, but, I like Gio's chances in this match, compared to maybe any other. What do you think?
Gio?
I think I'm going back and forth. It's hard. I feel like I've always said that I would never pick against Mikey because, I just know how incredible Mikey is and the things that he can do. But right here, right now in this moment, I think I'm going to go with Gio Martinez right here.
I'm going to have to go with Mikey with Darth Rigatoni. I think at 135 pounds, he's just too damn good. I got him retaining the bantamweight belt. Not only this time, for a while. All right, want to move on along?
Yep. Let's keep it going. Plenty of sick matches here on the card to talk about. Let's get back to the main screen here. Working on it. There we go. This is a crazy match. Here. Dante Leon taking on the Phenom, Michael Galvao, in a huge match. This could be a main event. This could be a title fight. A really, really big match. What do you think about this one, Mike?
I mean, Michael Galvao looked incredible at ADCC trials. He smoked everybody. It was like 4 or 5 matches in about a minute each. I think a lot of people are counting out Dante Leon here, though. A lot of people are saying, obviously made a lot happy on Mika right now. He's very good. He's 18 years old. He could win ADCC. Who knows? But I think people are underestimating Dante Leon. Dante Leon's beat Lucas Lepre. He's beat some big names over the years. He's really experienced in this rule set in no-gi. And I think if Dante turns it into a scramble, I could see Dante taking this thing. It's going to depend if he lets Mika slow him down, put him in his closed guard or whatever. I mean, it's tough to count out Mika Galvao, but I'm going to take Dante Leon in this one. I'm going to take Dante Leon. I think it's probably the upset in terms of the gambling. I'm going to say Dante shocks the world just like he did against Lepre and beats Mika Galvao.
Absolutely. Dante's got the edge, certainly in experience, the ADCC veteran. He's been on this Who's Number One stage many times. So has Michael Galvao there. He's had some good matches, but, I think of matches like him versus Tackett and some of the other matches where, like you mentioned, ADCC trials where he's just looked absolutely on fire these days. I think this is Mikel's time. He's going to look great out there. I think it's going to be a fun match. Dante's going to bring the heat. It's going to be a very, very physical match. Could go all 15 minutes. Who knows? Both these guys are heavy, heavy hitters. But I'm going to take Mika Galvao just because I think at the moment, man, it's hard to pick against a young guy who's surging to the top.
Looked unbeatable at trials.
Exactly. But this is going to be a sick match. So really excited about that one as well. And then let's keep on moving down the line here. We've got the strawweight matchup with Jessica Crane, who had a great win at the last Who's Number One back in January.
Hook on Alexianis.
Yep. Against Tammy Musameshi. What do you think about this one, Mike?
Man, I mean, Tammy took third at the Who's Number One championship.
Looked great.
Had a couple submissions there, I believe. Beat Tubby for third. Jessica Crane bounced back. She had a bunch of Who's Number One matches. Bounced back and beat Alexianis with a heel hook last time in Dallas. I don't know who I'm going to go with in this one. I think, you know what? I picked Mikey in the other one. I'll say Crane pulls the upset. Crane's young, up and coming, getting better and better. She looked great against Giannis last time. I mean, Tammy's amazing.
Absolutely.
Black belt world champion. Looked great at the Who's Number One championship, but Crane's been a little bit more active. I'll say Crane takes the upset, but I could see Tammy winning this one for sure too.
Absolutely, and it's in Dallas too, right? Which is kind of
hometown advantage.
Yeah, hometown advantage. She brought a big crew last time in January, so she's going to have a lot of fans in there. I think that really helped her in January to have kind of a bunch of fans behind her, pushing her. She looked very, very impressive there in January, but I just think that Tammy is a little bit of a bigger step up in competition here.
Tammy's such a badass.
Yeah. I think Jessica is very talented. She's a young black belt. Her time is coming, but I think this might be just a little bit too big of a step up at the moment. Tammy is just a legend, of course, a black belt world champion, and Mikey's brother. She's been out there. Recently she was at the Who's Number One championships, like you mentioned. She looked great there. So I'm gonna take Tammy in this one, but a really fun matchup and could kind of maybe set up who's gonna be the number one contender for that strawweight belt. Sometime down the line here, but we got to
do it up here.
We got a few more.
El Monstro versus Heisenrita. Heisem took third at the Who's Number One championships. El Monstro upset Nicky Rod last time. I don't know what's going to happen this one. Just hopefully it gets to the mat. Hopefully it's not 15 minutes wrestling like the Nicky Rod match. But I mean, I think this is going to be an exciting match. Both these guys got a lot of momentum coming in. Obviously, he choked Orlando, took third at Who's Number One Championship. He's had a couple wins at Who's Number One, and obviously beat Nicky Rod by decision in the last event. Who are you going to pick with this one?
Yeah, man, both these guys are young guys, too, which I think is great. Heisem, is the black belt, and he's had a couple matches here on Who's Number One, but I think we have not seen the best of Heisenrita yet. He's still getting better rapidly every day out there in Detroit with David Garmo and everything like that. So I'm really excited to see this kind of new version of Heisenrita. Every time we see him, I feel like he gets better and better and better. But for me, it's hard for me to pick against El Monstro here. I've been such a big fan of El Monstro ever since we've had him on the Who's Number One cards. And I think seeing him, what he's done to the ADCC trials, I think he has a bright future in grappling, in ADCC, in Who's Number One. So I'm going to take him over Heisenrita. I think it'll be an exciting match, but I'll take El Monstro.
I'll go with Heisem. I think it's going to be a tough road to get there. He's got to pull guard, basically. El Monstro will take him down, I think.
Yep.
But El Monstro's great on top. He's great at not only passing, but he's hard to do stuff, too. But I can see Heisem getting to close guard and getting some work and win maybe a decision based off attacks on El Monstro. But I think this is going to be a great match regardless.
Yeah, very different body types, right? So I think this should be an interesting matchup. But let's jump back to the last one. Here we go. This is a big one. This is
maybe my favorite one.
Whew. All right, so, this kind of came out of nowhere. Nicholas Marigolli, of course, known for his gi accomplishments, but he's come over to the dark side now. He has come over here in Austin, Texas, training with Gordon Ryan, training with John Danaher, and he is making his no-gi debut here on the Who's Number One stage against the checkmat no-gi world champion. If you don't think Arnaldo Maidana has a chance in here, you don't know anything about jiu-jitsu. This is a very tough match for both these guys, and a lot on the line. The no-gi debut of Nicholas Marigolli. What to say?
Let me go first. Everybody knows who I'm going with. The undefeated, undisputed. Now, based out of Austin, Texas, New Wave Jiu-Jitsu, Nicholas Marigolli. I think this guy, gi, no gi, just like when Mikey came over, Cole came over, his jiu-jitsu is going to translate, especially he's obviously dedicated to it. He's working with John and Gordon. I think Nicholas goes out and wins by submission. I think we might even see him win ADCC later this year.
Wow, bold predictions. Obviously we know how good Nicholas Marigolli is in the gi, so we will see what he's got, just in next week. We will see what he's got for the no-gi. Arnaldo Maidana, like I mentioned, checkmat representative. He's training with the best in the world out there. Leo Vieira, Luis Panza, El Monstro. He's going to be very, very well prepared for this match. No-gi world champion, like I mentioned. So, I think I'm going to have to pick, let me go back. I'm going to have to pick Nicholas Marigolli here. I think that, Arnaldo definitely has a chance, but wow, it's hard, to pass up the things that Nicholas Marigolli has done and what he's accomplished in this sport. I expect him to keep soaring with success over these next few years. And like you said, going into ADCC and everything like that, this is just the start of it. But what a crazy way to kick off Who's Number One here in March with Nicholas Marigolli.
March 25th. Frisco, Texas, Sports Academy at the Star. Watch on FloGrappling.